Is learning the English language your toughest challenge yet? Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials.
Bill, do you know if the cafeteria around the corner's open today?
Yes. They were open this morning when I came to work. They must have finished remodeling. Why do you want to know?
Well, I thought that maybe we could go there for lunch today. That is, if you haven't promised to go with someone else.
That'd be wonderful, Peter. But I hope you're in a better mood than you were this morning.
I'm sorry I was such a grouch. It must have been the weather. When it rains I get depressed.
Forget it. I'll see you at 11:30 a.m. Great party, isn't it?
Yeah, really, Jane and Ted always have great parties.
This is my first. I only met Jane last week. She and I teach at the same school.
Oh, so you're a teacher.
Yeah, history. What about you?
I'm in the car business.
Salesman?
Yes, that's right.
Oh, I see. By the way, my name's Mary.
Nice to meet you. I'm Jim Taylor.
Hey, Gucci. I didn't know it would be a charity show. You can see there are many collecting boxes at the entrance.
Oh, I forgot to tell you this. The show is to collect money for children in need. And all the money from ticket selling will go to the Red Cross.
That's really a good thing. Let's do our part.
Good idea.
Who will sing in the show?
A lot of stars, including Andy, Justin, Mendy.
Mendy? Are you sure? I love her songs.
Me too. She is so young and talented. She is not only a singer but also a great composer herself.
Yeah, though she was so popular, I heard she managed to maintain a low profile.
She is a real star. Not a one-time thing.
But I also heard some people didn't like her music. I don't understand why. She is so amazing.
Well, I suppose people have different tastes on music. Moreover, her stuff is really strong and creative. It takes time for people to accept new things.
You are right. Anyway, things will be different as the days go on. She can get it. I have faith in her.
Sure, that makes a good fan. Do you know what songs she is gonna sing tonight?
Here is the program. Check it out yourself.
Okay.
Hi, Mary. I didn't see you at work this morning. Are you all right?
Oh, I feel miserable. I've got a bad cold, my head is dizzy and my nose is running.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Have you seen a doctor or taken any medicines?
As a matter of fact, I have. The doctor said it'll go away after a day or two. He's prescribed me some tablets.
Are you feeling better?
Yes, it helps me, but I just have to wait and let my system do the work.
Do you need anything, grocery?
Oh, no, I'm fine. My refrigerator is piled up with food. But if it's not too much trouble for you, I'd like something to read.
Sure. I'll get it for you. Books or magazines?
I'd like both.
You really should stop smoking, you know.
I know. I don't smoke too much, though.
How many cigarettes do you smoke a day?
About a pack. More if I drink.
Wow, you're really a heavy smoker.
No, I'm not. My father smoked 2 packs a day for 40 years.
He died of lung cancer, right?
Yeah, you're right. I really should stop smoking.
Hey Mike, what are you doing?
Nothing much. What are you up to?
I was just concerned about Sam. He hasn't been himself lately.
He took the civil service exam and failed.
That sucks. He must feel depressed.
Yeah, he's been sitting in his room every day for the last 4 days.
Why don't we take him out? We can try to take his mind off of it. In the least, show him that we're there for him.
That's a great idea. Why don't you call him? I already talked to him a couple of times and it might be good for him to hear from somebody else.
Okay, I'll call you back after I'm done.
Sounds good. Hi, Victor. How are you?
Oh, I'm fine.
So, are you going to go to class tonight?
Maybe, but I don't think so.
Really? What's the matter?
I don't know. I'm just feeling a little sad.
Listen, come with me to class, and after class we can go out for dinner.
Now that's a good idea. Thanks a lot, Brian. I'm feeling better already.
Show us our itineraries, please.
We'll first go to Mount Tai. Then we'll go to Sichuan by air. After that we'll be leaving for Tibet.
How long will the trip take?
At least 20 days.
Do you believe in God?
Not at all. I'm an agnostic. Do you?
I'm not sure. Why don't you believe there is a God?
I think everything has a scientific explanation rather than a theological one.
I basically believe in science over theology. I mean, I believe in evolution, for example. However, there are many things that science hasn't explained yet.
I'm sure that science will explain everything eventually. I think that the strangest thing about religion is that so many religions people act in ways that their religion claims are wrong.
For example?
Religions preach tolerance, but many wars are caused by intolerant religious fanatics.
Yes, such people don't appear to be acting in accordance with their religious beliefs. Let's go in.
After you.
You seem to be very tired.
Yes, I have been working for 8 hours.
Why don't you join us to go out for a walk?
No, really. I'm not in the mood for it.
So, your friend's getting married on Saturday. What have you bought her as a wedding gift? I find it so hard to choose the right gift.
My friend and her fiancé had a really good idea. They have cut out pictures from catalogs and pasted them in a notebook. The picture are of things they want. People sign their name B.
That's clever. Then everyone knows that they are buying something the couple really want and there's no chance of two people buying the same gift. What things were in the notebook?
Most of the things were household appliance. You know, everything from an iron through a vacuum cleaner to a cooker. I think it's an excellent way for everyone who knows the couple to help.
So, what did you get them?
I bought a sewing machine. I know that my friend likes making her own clothes, but her current sewing machine is quite old and has some problems.
What's wrong with is?
She says that after several years of use, it's not working properly. When she uses it, it makes a funny noise.
Household appliances don't seem to last for a long time nowadays.
I think it's because the manufacturers are constantly bringing out new models. Because they know that we will buy the new models, the appliances don't need to last more than 5 or 10 years.
Listen, Karen, I need your help. I don't know anyone here yet.
I'm glad to help you. What's wrong?
My mother-in-law just went into the hospital in LA, Hank, and I will be flying there tonight.
I'm sorry to hear it. What's wrong with her?
Doctors aren't sure yet, but the real problem is Susie. She has a bad cold, and we don't want to take her with us. But we don't know who can stay with her.
You need a babysitter.
Yes, I'd ask Jill, the girl I've had before, but I need someone overnight. Maybe even for 2 nights.
I could have Susie stay at my place.
I don't want to do that to you, Karen.
Why not?
Your own kids would get Susie's cold. I think it would be better to have a good babysitter here. But I don't know who to ask. I need someone more mature than Jill. It might even be for 2 or 3 days.
I know who we can ask. There is a girl I know, Sarah Ralston. She is 17, and she will usually take this kind of job. I know her from my church, and I trust her completely.
I'd like to talk with her. This is short notice, I know. But Hank and I are leaving tonight.
I'll get you her number. I hope she can do it. She is very responsible.
I'm glad you know someone. I knew you would be the best person to ask about this. I don't want to insult Jill or her mother. I think Jill maybe could do it. But I'd rather have someone a little older.
I'll go home and get Sarah's number. I'll call her first myself.
Great. Then call me and let me know if she's free.
I'm reading an interesting report on Mars.
Oh, what does it say? Does it say water could still exist under the surface of Mars?
Absolutely. It says there is water on Mars buried beneath the surface. It's just a matter of how deep it is.
Then could the soil on Mars somehow be fertile enough to grow simple plants?
The soil would need quite a bit of fertilizer to grow anything. And it would need to be protected from the UV radiation.
Actually, we are doing a project in school that involves landing a ship and staying on Mars for an extended period of time. Does NASA have any type of portable habitats that could be used to stay on the planet?
I'm not sure NASA has built any portable habitats for extended stays on Mars, but they have looked at various designs.
One of the most exciting things about Mars is that there could have been life on it. What are your personal opinions on the life on Mars theory?
Well, I'm not really an expert in this area, but my understanding is that anything is possible. It's just that it is so hard to determine what went on 4.5 billion years ago.
But maybe there is a chance of gradually improving the surface and atmosphere of Mars so it may be inhabitable by humans.
I'm skeptical. Mars is made of rocks containing silicon, iron, and various minerals. It also has an atmosphere of carbon dioxide. It is so different from what we have on Earth, you know.
I'd still like to hope that someday we could set up a human colony there.
But there are still other big problems we need to solve, such as prolonged weightlessness, food storage, and a series of physiological effects.
Hi, Sarah. What are you reading?
Hi, John. I am trying to find a carpenter.
Why?
Well, I want to build a deck in my backyard,
What for?
so I can have a special place to hang out with friends, and also do some barbecuing on weekends.
That sounds cool. Do you mind if I recommend myself for the job?
Do you have a carpenter's license?
Yes, of course. But I only freelance on weekends with my uncle.
Wow, that's cool. So, let me give you some details about the deck I want.
Please go ahead. I am listening.
I'd like my deck to be at the same level as the back door.
Is your back door higher than the ground level?
Yes, the back door is about 4 or 5 steps higher than the ground.
Okay. Then you need a deck with a guardrail.
I don't like things to be fancy.
Don't worry. I will build your deck with a simple but classic look.
That's good. Can you use cedar or redwood to build it?
Cedar is a good choice.
Well, let's take the measurements right now.
Did you see the fashion awards last night?
I sat through about half of it, but they lost me after that.
Not interested?
Not really, to be honest. Some of what they call fashion looks terrible to me.
But they are showing what will be all the rage next year.
All the rage with whom? I never see anyone wearing these designs on the street.
Did you know that fashion is cyclical?
What, it keeps coming back?
Precisely. For example, flares were popular for a while, then went out of fashion. Now we can start to see them coming back in again.
Flares?
They're also known as bell-bottoms. They are a type of trousers.
It's too complicated. I'll just stick to the plain clothes.
That's fine, but then you'll always look plain.
Is this your umbrella, miss?
Oh, yes, it is. Thank you. I was looking for it just now.
You look a bit familiar to me. I wonder if I have seen you somewhere before.
Have you?
May I ask where you live?
Just 2 blocks away, in that tall building.
That's it. I live there, too. I live on the 6th floor.
My family moved in just 2 weeks ago. We live on the 4th floor.
It's a small world. May I know your name, miss?
I'm Chen Ming.
How do you do, Miss Chen? I'm Song Mei.
I'm glad to meet you, Mr. Song.
Are you going to your office now, Miss Chen?
No, I'm going to the airport to meet some friends from Beijing.
Why are you so crazy about bird watching? What do you get out of it?
Looking at the beautiful creatures and listening to their songs are such wonderful experiences. I feel as if I'm in direct contact with nature.
Really?
You bet. You should try it yourself.
Hi, Lily, it's so nice to see you again.
Me too. This winter holiday was especially long. What have you done?
Nothing special. I had a get-together with some schoolmates at the high school, visited the internet and read a couple of books which I had been longing for. How about yours?
You know, I like traveling. I made good use of this long vacation and enjoyed myself.
I don't know why Mark often comes to me and asks me for advice. I smell some rat in it.
He is sly. He is actually angling for compliments. But he may have got the crush on you.
Nonsense. There's no indication that he's in love with me.
Keep your fingers crossed. He may pop the question one of these days.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials.